Hey guys, I'm going to do a spirit talk. I'm going to talk about the TikTok ban. Now, if you guys follow me, if you watch any of my videos when I've talked about TikTok, it does need to be banned. But I've also said carefully is a big thing. I mean, I have written, sent emails to suicide organizations, national and international, because of it. Because like something has to give here because something's going to happen. This thing gets banned. If it does, young people, there could be casualties. I have seen that since last year, for big time. You know, there's a big one and stuff. And there's also certain downloads that I had all the way back in 2009. I had a lot of them of certain things to happen in this era here, in this time period and stuff. Certain art I did, certain things I channeled, various things. And one of the visions, you could say, was a lot of people dead at their computers. Okay, there was a lot. So anyway, you know, and it's like, you know, as I'm a reader and can be very predictive and stuff, it's like, okay, I see the racehorse, I see what's happening here, I see the end game here and stuff. How can we divert that and stuff? So I did go so far as even email three times the White House, and I actually got a response. It was a couple weeks ago. This is before they were running through this ban. But let's do some thinking here, guys. Okay, bear with me. AT&T had an outage, and they're not telling a whole lot why. Then Facebook went down last week for a certain amount of time. Everybody was like, oh God, you know, and I slept through that one. But everybody was confused. People were logged out, which when there's some kind of stuff going on, it shouldn't log people out. Okay? There's some things there. That was a big one. And then they fixed it and, you know. But then right after that, the week after Facebook, and 2 weeks ago, I believe, was AT&T. All of a sudden, they got this committee, 50-0, and now it's in the House to ban TikTok. Connected? I bet it is. And it's one of the reasons TikTok has to go. Okay? There is definitely, they can sit there and say, oh, they're not connected. It's an enemy app. I've said it all along. Okay? There's dangers there. The kids don't understand that. They don't understand that. And I know there's a lot of people that have businesses, you know, that you know, that's been their livelihood. They don't understand that either. Okay, they're just seeing, you know, their businesses, they made a lot of money. The kids, you know, they're heavily addicted to it. I've talked about the 2-minute attention span, what it does to the mind. These kids can't concentrate on a book. If they keep going and going and going and stuff, they're sitting there watching a 2-hour movie, they won't be able to focus. Okay, it's an addiction. It's called the mirror of self-reflection. And we know the power of Instagram in young girls. They've talked about it, you know, in Congress. But these are videos. This is their creativity. They're adding music. They get millions of, a 15-year-old, imagine, with 2 million followers, and then it's gone. And that has always been my fear. So removing it has to be done carefully. And that was one of the things I emailed the White House about. I'm like, you got to have an alternate. You got to have counseling. You got to have a 1-800 number that posts in all schools all over America. Because when it is removed, you know, kids don't understand. Young people, teenagers, maybe they have no friends in high school, but they're famous on TikTok. And fame is a big thing, you know, a young person. You know, all their friends, you know, from all over the world in various things. And then, of course, but there's things that have to go. The TikTok challenges, there's been poisonings, there's been deaths. That shit would never be tolerated on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. They've got their issues, but that shit would never be tolerated. Okay, there's that. The bullies ain't stopped. I know people who got heavily bullied. I know one in particular had a bully on her ass. She reported they did nothing. And the fakes. Oh, Ellen knows that one. When I briefly was on TikTok, oh fuck, I've got about 10 or 15 fake me's on TikTok. Okay? I still on occasion have people come to me and say this, that, and I'm like, that's not me. Okay? I have to, even on my website, I have a disclaimer. I'm not on there. I'm not this and stuff. So, you know, if somebody's saying they're me, it ain't me. You know, no. They don't, and I sent them my driver's license. They don't want to remove the fakes. No. They want to be, you know, they want it to be the wild, wild west. I've said that for a long time. But the kids don't understand. Okay? And that's the problem. And that's the danger. And that's why, you know, they you know, yeah, okay, you're going to do this ban. And then if it's not sold in 6 months, eventually, I guess the way it works, no updates, no new downloads, and then inevitably it's not functional. And then it just goes away. And then people, and you will have still a lot of people that'll just, you know, be like, okay, I guess I'll have to look for an alternate. And I'm sure we've got a lot of people, app creators, who will be ready to make something and try to make the next big app. You know, in America, you know, an American app. But, you know, for those who, you know, this is the one they wanted and everything, and this, like I said, you know, they've had viral videos, lots of love and all that, and it gone. There is other countries it was banned in, like India, where there were those who did, I hate to say, suicide because of it. There were cases in India where it happened. But a big problem is, as it's been active, there has been, because of things, mental health diagnosing, okay, and the algorithms mess with. I don't know if any of you ever notice, if you have TikTok, go into the section of your apps, and you'll see that it asks for access of your photos, because they AI scan you to get an idea of your persona, and that's how they start throwing algorithms. So certain things with moods and personality, they try to use your face, and then they will throw stuff at these kids, okay, in various ways, and they're not good things. Okay, there's a lot there. See, in China, their version, they're not even on it like this. Their version is educational. You know, think math, science. It's educational. It's different. It's not even the same thing. It's not even the same. They're not on it. And that should tell you something. If they don't have dance videos and all this and challenges to their people, but America does, that should tell you something. Okay? You know? And also, what happens if somebody's bullied in America? What sometimes happens to people that have been bullied nonstop? Oh yeah, we know what happens. There's that. And the bullying isn't stopped. So the app has to go. It does. And I know some people, you know, if you see this and you're like, you may disagree with me on that. It has to go. I don't think you realize the threat, the mental health damage that it does. But yes, other things that are threatening. But we need to kind of wonder, AT&T and then Facebook. And all of a sudden, here they are in a rush. They've been talking about the bans for a while, but all of a sudden, boom-bitty, boom-boom, bippity-boppity-boo, here it comes. And it passed the House, and it's going to pass the Senate. Okay? We had those 2 outages, and here it comes. Guys, it's got to be connected. They know something they ain't saying. Okay? And they're getting on it. Okay? It's got to be connected. All right? So it's got to go. It's got to go. All right? There's some very important people who have it on their phone. Okay? There's shit that can happen. Okay? So it's got to go. But anyway, I just wanted to do a short one. But yeah, I guess we can pull some cards and stuff. Let's go ahead and just kind of look here. You know, but I'm, pretty sure I know what's going to happen. But, the thing is, they need a backup plan. And that's why, yes, I literally, and I did get one response back from the White House about it. This was before I knew about this ban thing. This is when they had Zuckerberg and everybody in Congress, interviews with social media people. I had just messaged a few weeks ago that we had these outages. Yeah, that's my concern, the death card. That's my concern. Some young people, change, death and change. And I don't like to predict things, but I think it's obvious. They need to be careful and they need to stop that. Okay, we've got lust and we've got strength. That is also the Leo card there. Now that can be pointing that some of this, well, that would be about accurate because March, April, May, June, July, August. So yes, strength card is connected to Leo. So around the Leo month, okay. And then also that's 9 of Wands actually. Is probably when some of this is, it's going to be, does somebody buy it? And that's what we're going to look at. Is somebody going to buy it, or is it just going to go bye-bye? And stuff. But yeah, the Fool, people leaped into the unknown. Oh yes, they don't understand this app and stuff. Not like I do. I understand the mirror of self-reflection and the hook. It's a Narcissus app and everything. Let's kind of go ahead and see there and stuff. Now, one of the things, I want to say this. On TikTok, as you can see up there, I've got Marianne Williamson. She's very popular on TikTok among young people. And people are probably not going to like the fact, young people aren't going to like the fact that Biden's going to sign it. Okay, there's that. Okay, but the young people know better than to vote for Trump. So this could actually boost Marianne Williamson because a lot of the TikTokers really like her. That would be a plus because Marianne Williamson has got some really good ideas. I will give that and stuff. She does have some really good ideas. I'm not sure how she feels about the ban, and everything. I'm going to have to look and see if she says anything on it. I think she knows she's popular on TikTok. If it could be bought by an American company and taken over so they can fix the algorithms and the challenges, do various things and make it healthy, I guess is any social media healthy nowadays though, guys? You know what I'm saying? It can be, it can be a force of good if used correctly. But unfortunately, a lot of people, some people on the other side of a computer are a demon. Okay, that's just the way it is. And that's why kids shouldn't be on this thing, to be honest. Like if I had teenagers in the house, they wouldn't be on any of this stuff. You know what I'm saying. But yes, Queen of Wands, Marianne Williamson, this could boost her. This could boost her because of this. Okay, but we got the Hierophant, which is especially about unity. Let me go back down. Sorry about that. I'm used to being up when I read for people. The Hierophant is about unity. Unity consciousness can be about that as well. What is right, what is moral, what is just. That's what we want to kind of... the one thing TikTok, it does bring people together. But unfortunately, there's some bad stuff there. We've got the Love card, which is a Two of Cups, which can be going face to face. This is what the kids want. Love. That's what it's about. That's the hook. That's the deep hook of the mirror self-reflection. See, there's a thing with, it came out of China. It's called Taoism. Yin and Yang. So, you got a half, and there's this deep thing to find the other half. It's just kind of the way it is. Something to complement and everything. The love. That's the big thing. Wanting love deep down. That's what it's about. It's a Narcissus app. Looking in, hooked on the reflection, but wanting the love. Okay? Putting it out there, wanting the love. That's the big thing. And when they get love, when they get adoration, when they get famous, okay, the viral video, that's love. They feel like something in there. The same thing is activated in the mind. All the endorphins and everything and the adrenaline rush. Love. It's the same thing. It's the same things are activated. That's the difficult part. Okay? That's the difficult part. It's the same thing. Just like, oh wow, I'm loved. Okay? And being famous is a big one. and everything. But it's going forward, the Chariot here. And so, but yes, cruelty, the Knight of Swords, yes. That's what I know a lot of people are looking ahead like there's some bad things that are going to happen. It's like it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. It really is. You keep it, there's damage. You know, you remove it, there's going to be damage. Okay, and that's why it should have never been let in. And it's going to be the lesson of a lifetime. You know, people have to be careful. The like Google Plays and Apple Play and all that, or the App Store, whatever, have got to be careful what apps are let in. And it's kind of funny because Elon Musk is opposed to the ban because of his free speech, but he also did a thing where he said, delete your social media because it's harmful. Okay, so what are we talking about, Elon? Okay, you've got your bot X, but you also told everybody to delete their social media a long time ago. Okay, and stuff. And yes, you know, the High Priestess there. I hate to make some scary predictions there, but you know, I mean, it's obvious. You know, the kids are going to go crazy. But yes, we're in the judgment times. Yes, yes, we are. But the Eon is also about resurrection. The young people, Six of Cups, and they've got the pleasure card that made them happy. Outcome. A Seven of Swords. Yes. Seven of Swords, which can be the sneaky, the betrayer, and all that stuff. There's been a lot of sneakiness. And also that card can be about a thief. And yes, all this data and everything, that's a big thing. Okay, you know, and, you know, I know that, you know, and I understand that, people love the app. It's why it's massively popular and everything. But you know, what's behind it, okay, is not good. Is not a force of good. I wish I could reach more young people. I really do. If you understood how, you know, and when they talk about certain propaganda manipulation, guys, yes, I mean, being on the Matrix, people can sit there and say, I'm strong, I've got a strong mind. Oh God, all you got to do is look. January 6th shows the power of messing with people's minds. All those people, okay, are a bunch of Manchurian candidates. And if somebody is young and doesn't know what that means, go look it up. Okay, Google is at your fingertips. That was a bunch of Manchurian candidates. They're programmed. We got, I mean, anybody that supports Trump is programmed. Okay, they're not seeing, you know, things the way they are. And it's kind of an interesting thing because everybody, based on their searches and the algorithms and things like that, has kind of their own little setup. Like my Facebook is really tame with a lot of positive memes and spiritual stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, or my YouTube is a lot of meditation, and you know, I have music, 80s music and various things like that. You know, I'll have spiritual stuff and then a little bit of new stuff, you know, so everybody has their thing. But them, okay, the way they do their thing, okay, yeah, there's no control. Okay, where we can kind of influence it and the AI kind of responds to it, they're doing it way different. So the young people got to be safe from that because, you know, and I think I've talked about it, that it was in 2018, I believe. Was it 2018 or 2019? I think it's 2018. It was released. It was released on a date that years ago Hitler took over Germany. And it's just kind of weird that it were released on that day, because I've also said that their minds are in a little concentration camp. Okay, that's the way it is. So yes, it looks like it, you know, the futility part and everything, you know, as far as it going America's way that they're going to sell, I really don't think, you know, the Chinese government would want to relinquish control of TikTok. I don't feel they're going to do that. They're going to try to fight it, but now once it passes House, Senate, signed into law, it will be futile to fight it. Okay, But as far as them giving it up and buying it, I don't see that. So I've seen a ban coming for a long time. Unfortunately, I saw a very big fallout. So, of course, so they need to have something for the young people to go to. They need crisis. They need counselors. They need a phone number to call. They need a video app would be fantastic with another face. But yes, I've written people and just deaf ears and deaf ears. And it's like, they need counseling. And yes, a lot of them are going to need mental health. Imagine this thing is gone and the emptiness that they're going to face. If anybody knows, like say you break up with a boyfriend, you feel that emptiness, right? Well, imagine you lost all your fame, all your friends. Maybe you did have a boyfriend on the other side of there that people you talk to, all that love. It's about love, and it's gone and stuff. And that's why they got to do something. You can't you just remove it and just let them fall through a hole is stupidity. It would be absolute stupidity. So I do believe it needs to be banned, but there needs to be a net to catch them when they fall. It was stupid to let it in. I'm fucking angry it was let in and stuff, but there's got to be a net. There has to be. Let's pray there is one. Have a good one, folks.